Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a Journal With Me episode working in my yearly journal. This is also my intentional life journal that I used throughout the year for the intentional life course that I've been running. And this video is in collaboration with the lovely Olivia from the brand Satchel. I will leave her channel down below in the description box, so please check out her channel and her wonderful videos. I always find them so relaxing and calming, and her journaling is just so inspiring and beautiful and creative. And so what we do basically is every month we share a video with each other and you guys catching up on our month. So we're sort of like pen pals, but instead of writing letters, we write in our journals. And I love that. So we're coming up to our second last video for the year in November, and basically November for me was just dominated by one event. So that's what I'm going to be documenting in this, on this page spread. And that was our end of year dance concert. So for those who don't know, I do ballet, and this year I was teaching ballet for the first time. So I had 3 classes with juniors, inters and seniors, and then we also did a point class. And I was also doing an adult dance class just for fun. So I wasn't teaching that one. That was just for me to catch up with some of the mums, some of the ladies, and we would just dance and have fun, sort of more like a jazzy style. And yeah, whereas ballet is more about technique and that kind of thing, the adult dance class is just about having fun and laughing, and yeah, really fun just to break out of the ballet for a bit of time as well. And so between that, there were 3 dances that I was choreographing, and then 2 dances that I was in, and that was pretty exciting for the year. So fulfilling a bit of a lifelong dream to be able to teach dance and ballet and to actually choreograph some dances. I'm not very good at it. It was a bit stressful. I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking about the dances and just going over them, trying to visualize the moves, the steps. And I am one of those people who can't actually hear music well in terms of the timing. So I wish I started earlier as a kid, because that way I would be able to hear the music well. So I'm a dancer who goes by steps. I need to know the steps and just go over and over the steps. And once I have it in my head, the muscle memory kicks in. Whereas other people, they don't learn dances by steps. They learn it by the music and the counts of the music. And so it was quite interesting trying to get all of that worked out, but it all turned out fine. The concert went well. Glad to report. And yeah, I performed on point shoes for the very first time, which was amazing. Another ballet dream come true, childhood dream come true. If you haven't heard my story, I always wanted to do ballet when I was a kid, but I was very shy and didn't do anything besides stay in my room all of my school years. Too scared to meet new people, try anything new, so I never did any classes or any out of school things. Finally, at the age of 26, when I was thinking, maybe I just give up on this ballet dream, I ended up going to my very first ballet dance beginner class as an adult. And I thought, I'll just do that for a social thing. This is a thank you card that one of my students surprised me with. She went around and got all the signatures from my students, and she gave us a bunch of flowers and some chocolates and that thank you card for teaching. And so I wanted to document that in my journal. I pressed some of the flowers, so you can see there's the baby's breath and the yellow rose petals. I just kept the sticker from that bouquet of flowers, and they pressed really well. Look how beautiful they are. And so I can use these in some other projects as well. But I wanted to include that on this page spread to document that, and that kind of records the year of another dream fulfilled, and teaching ballet, choreographing and performing in point shoes. But so I thought I was just doing ballet as a social thing at the age of 26. And then I moved to Bowen, and I thought, well, there goes that dream, because Bowen's a small country, rural town, isolated. And I thought, well, I'm never going to do ballet again up there. But they amazingly let me dance with their high school students, because I look like one. And so I've been dancing up here for quite a lot of years now, and to the point now where I get to teach it this year. It's just been amazing, and to the point where I got point shoes and choreographing and performing, being in a musical, performed in a tutu and tiara. So I mean, that dream has just been it's blown my mind how it's come true in so many ways. Like, even each year I was telling my reflections journalers that each year I thought, well, I'm satisfied. I've managed to do ballet, even just if I was doing classes, that's fine. But then to be able to perform and do a musical and wear a tutu and tiara, I was like, okay, well, I'm even more satisfied now. This is a bonus. And then when I got point shoes, I'm like, wow, that's just another bonus. And then this year, even more bonuses, teaching and choreographing and performing in point shoes. I'm just like, wow, absolutely blown away. But I was encouraging my reflections journalers that even though my dream as a kid might have been to be in a ballet company and to be a professional ballerina, that dream didn't come true. But I'm not discouraged or in any way sad about that, because I've still been able to do what I love. That's the main thing, is even if I never got to point shoes and never performed, just the fact that I was doing ballet classes, that was enough for me to live my dream and do something that I loved. So think about your dreams, is what I was just saying in that course, in that prompt for that course. And maybe we do have to let some dreams go, like I've had to let other dreams go and grieve those losses. But what they do is they allow you to free up your time and space in your mind. Your mental energy is freed up now to spend time focusing on what your dreams are, what they actually are. And I thought that the ballet dream was going to just be nothing, and give that up. But when I looked inside myself, I found that there was still a burning flame for ballet, and that's why I signed up for those beginner classes. And if that's all I did, that's all I thought I was going to be doing, was those classes, that would have been enough just for me to be doing what I loved. So you can still do something with what you love, even if it doesn't look like what you might have imagined originally. And I was just saying again to the reflections journalist how when I got my very first ballet class uniform, the leotard and the skirt, I was crying like in the change room because it was a dream come true to be actually doing ballet classes. I hadn't performed on stage or anything, didn't know I was going to be in point shoes, but I was crying because I was wearing the uniform for ballet class, and that was enough for me back then. I mean, it's enough for me now even. That was just enough. So I don't know, I just want to encourage you in your dreams, I guess, to reflect on your dreams and to think about if there's still a burning fire for a childhood dream or a recent dream that's just sparked in you. And even if it doesn't look like, the grand picture that you had in your head, maybe earlier on, that there's still something you can do. And it's all just about that joy. If it brings you alive, that's all that matters. You don't need to have a job with it. You don't need to do anything spectacular with it. If it just brings you alive, to be doing something with that, that's amazing. Even if I didn't do ballet myself, I've donated to the ballet companies so that they can get point shoes. I've donated to their fundraisers just because I believe in ballet. I love ballet. So that's another way that I could, just be involved in it in some small way, and that could be enough for me too. So maybe you want to volunteer, help out. Maybe I didn't perform on stage. Maybe I could have just helped out at the concerts and helped with staging and lighting and stuff like that. There's ways to be involved in things, even if it's not, that pinnacle goal that we had with it. We can still be involved if that's going to bring you alive. And that's something you might want to think about. So the dance concert was what happened in November. And then after that, 2 weeks after the concert, I was in another dance unexpectedly. I got the call to ask if I wanted to be involved in a dance for the community Christmas carols. And I said yes. I maybe should have said no because it was such a busy, stressful time. But I said yes, and it ended up being lots of fun. And I learned a whole new dance in that time. Thankfully, I didn't have to choreograph that one, but it was definitely out of my comfort zone because it wasn't a ballet dance, and I was going over it every day, just trying to get my timing right and the steps right. And we learned a whole full dance for this song, and at the start I was so stressed and thinking, oh, can I get out of this? I'm done with the concert, I just want to not dance anymore for the rest of the year. But no, it ended up being wonderful and so much fun and a privilege to be part of. And so those are the two dances, the two performances that pretty much took up my whole time in November. What else did I do? We had the breakup parties. We're getting to the end of the year. There's all those teams parties, breakups and everything. One other notable thing, I guess, was I borrowed a book from the library called Wild, a memoir by Cheryl Strayed, and I read that in less than a week. It was just what I love in a book, where you always want to be reading it. You just keep turning the pages and want to be reading it more. And so that was a very enjoyable week when I read that book in November. And I'll have to catch up on my reading journal because I'm so behind, and catch up on all of the books that I've read this year. Maybe I'll do that today, actually, or tomorrow, film some of those reading journal videos. That was definitely one of my highlights from November, reading that book. At the moment, I haven't actually got another book and I've started, but I want to start a book called A Lot with a Little, another memoir or biography by Tim Costello. So since I'm going to be doing, that visual memoir next year, publishing a book, working on creating my own book, I am reading a lot of memoirs and biographies at the moment and calling it research and helping me shape the book that I want to be, that I want to put out there. If you would like to support me in that book, I have a GoFundMe page to fundraise for the cost of the course. It's a 9-month course, so it's a huge investment. I'm super excited. It's going to be life-changing and it's going to be wonderful. And hope you're all doing really well. Check out Olivia's channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in November. I hope you absolutely loved all of the extras this month. And if you would like to support me in December and get access to extra videos and printables, behind the scenes updates, and first access to any of my creations, the link is down below in the description box. The links are also down there to all of my journaling courses. The Reflections journaling course is running all through December if you would like to document your year for 2022. And if you would like to support my book fundraiser, the link is there to my GoFundMe page as well.